What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Skilled and Sound here, back again with another video. And here we're going to talk about the wide open playoff race in the NBA altogether, and particularly the Eastern Conference. Because as of right now, for the first time in a long time, the Eastern Conference is very, very hard to predict and more tough than the Western Conference. Because as of right now, if you look at the West, it's Phoenix and Golden State, and that's it as far as contenders that can possibly, that are honestly, in my opinion, going to be in the NBA Finals and can honestly win the championship from the Western Conference. Memphis is too young. As good as they're doing this year, they're just not ready to literally say, hey, NBA Finals and actually compete for a championship. Utah, not good enough. Dallas and Luka, not good enough. Luka's by himself. And Denver and Jokic, Jamal Murray is still out, and Michael Porter Jr. Until those guys come back, and then also with Jamal Murray, he's not going to be 100% coming back. It's going to be a while, so I don't see Denver as well. So that's it. So it's literally the top two. And honestly, with Phoenix, it depends on Chris Paul when he comes back, which is sometime in the first round, and how healthy he's going to be. Because as we know, Chris Paul always gets injured at the wrong time. So how will he fare coming back? Because he's the engine that keeps that team running. So that's going to depend a lot on him, obviously. Because obviously, if he's hobbled, gets injured again, then Golden State for sure is the team that's going to come out the West. But let's get into this Eastern Conference where it is so close and just sandwiched in as far as all these teams, starting from Miami, who's a very, very deep team, Chicago, Philly now since they got James Harden, Milwaukee, you can't count them out because they're the defending world champions. Cleveland being, they're like Memphis to me, where really, really good young team, not ready yet, but definitely going to cause some problems and make it tough for some other individual teams out there. Boston, who's won, look at this, 9 for 10 out of their last 10 games. So Boston's caught on fire. Toronto's another team that's caught on fire, 8 for 10 out of their last 10 games. So Brooklyn, yeah, they've been won 2 of their last 10 games, but Durant's soon to come back. Then they're waiting on the verdict with Kyrie, as far as if he'll be able to play every game in home games. Because if he's able to play in home games and obviously pair that with Ben Simmons, then the Nets are definitely going to be in this top half, right? Like, no one will want to play the Nets if they're still as one of those lower seeds. So as of right now, it's hard to pick a team that I would say, hey, like, they're the favorite out of the East, because I think everything's going to just depend on matchups, right? And I just want to kind of look at some of the rosters real quick. Let's see. Yeah, because Miami's a very deep team, right? With, hold on. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, let's do it this way. Let's see. Bear with me here. Bear with me here. It's not. Actually, let's do it this way. Because NBA.com makes it difficult sometimes to look at the whole roster. Let's go on ESPN.com so we could talk about each roster real quick. Alright, let's see. Alright, so let's take a look at standings. Okay, let's just take a look at Miami and their roster. Look, Bam. You got Bam, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry, Marquise Morris, Victor Oladipo, PJ Tucker. So you got a deep team, and that's why I like Miami, because Miami's going to be a tough matchup because they're a team that can match up well with everybody, right? They're going to be a good defensive, hard grit team because of how they're coached, right? So Miami is definitely a contender as far as that can win the Eastern Conference and go to the finals. The Bulls is another team that's going to be pretty good as well, right? I don't see them actually coming out as far as winning the Eastern Conference. Wait until they get Lonzo Ball back, along with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan and Vucevic. I mean, they're a good team, and obviously they've been in the top half of the Eastern Conference for the whole year. Obviously, with Philly, I mean, we already need to know. We already know what's going on with them. As soon as they get James Harden along with Embiid, that's going to be a tough duo for anybody to get along with, right? Milwaukee, Giannis, you got to put respect on his name. He's currently, in my opinion, the best player in the NBA right now. So along with him, Middleton, Holiday, you gotta respect them, and they're going to be a tough out. So you can't count them out. Like I said, Cleveland, very very good young team. I don't see them obviously as going to the finals, but they're going to make it tough for anyone, and they're a couple years away, but definitely a team of the future with Cleveland if they can keep all those young guys together. Boston, they've turned around as of late, so very impressed with them, but I don't like them as a championship contender. But it will be a good matchup. Toronto, I've already made a video on them and how deep and how balanced those guys are. And then, like I said, with Brooklyn, as soon as KD comes back healthy, then Kyrie, and then the whole Ben Simmons situation, Brooklyn's going to be a contender. So I can't wait until the Eastern Conference playoffs. Most likely the semifinal series in the second round, and then the conference finals. Going to be a heck of a series and a heck of a playoffs. But overall, the NBA is just wide open. I don't think you have a clear-cut champion. Not at all. You don't have a clear-cut champion at all. So it remains to be seen. I think it's going to be very exciting. The East is going to be more exciting than the West. But we'll have to wait and see. And hopefully we don't get any injuries and everybody becomes back healthy and we get to see exciting playoffs. But this is something we got to keep our eye on. But yeah, comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this. It's your boy Skill and Sound, and I'm out. Peace.